Hello friends, welcome to Wild West Wednesday. Sorry for the late start today, but here we are. It's half an hour later, but it's fine. Anyway, hello to everybody in the chat. Hello to Rocky Johan and the Deluxe Tux and A Maple Mystery. Hello. And Demon Dragon 000. And Pixie Cow and DJ Larry Parker, and hello to Snowy Pine 7, first time chat, welcome. I look sleepy. Well, I'm not, but I've been out today. Maybe I'm just tired from going out. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, welcome to Wild West Wednesday. I was trying to figure out what to do today because I've been very busy putting together all of the stuff in the game to make a playable alpha build, which means that it's playable from start to finish with already all-included dialogue and everything. And just yesterday I finished connecting up Act 2, so you can now play... I know for certain that you can play Acts 1 and 2 of the game without any problems. And now I'm going towards Act 3, which I'm pretty sure is stable, but I know there's a few loose things that I need to connect. So that's really what I should be working on. But instead, for Wild West Wednesday, because programming stuff like that is never interesting, and also Act 3 is kind of spoilery if you're going to play the game. So I will be doing art instead. Deavor asks, what's the difference between alpha and beta to me? It's interesting because I just answered this question on a podcast that I recorded like 2 days ago. So for me, alpha means that you can play the game from start to finish, but that not all assets are in. Beta testing means that most, if not all, of the final assets are in, or close to being. And then, of course, you have release candidate, which is like everything is final, basically. Like, to me, a beta test would probably have to have most, if not all, of the art in, at the very least, like maybe missing animations, but like final character art should be in at that point, most voiceover, that sort of thing. So that's my personal definition of alpha and beta. So anyway, what am I doing? I am going to do a character today because I was taking stock of what I needed to do, and I only have about 5 backgrounds left to do, actually. And so that's good, but I have a lot of character animations and art to do. So I'm going to do a very simple character animation here, which is just this guy smoking, as you can see here. Also, you can see my cat's head on the bottom right corner. He decided to photobomb my animation. He's the reason we started late. I had to take him to the vet this morning. He's fine, but he had to go for a little follow-up visit, and he was not happy about it, so... Anyway. So it's just this guy who's leaning against a pole or a light post. A lamp post, really. And he's smoking. And so... Pajama smoking man is the key to all of Rosewater. That's right. I just didn't feel like changing my pants, honestly. I had just gotten home. I was like, I've got my pajamas back on. I'm just going to put on this jacket and we'll edit it in post. That's how it works. So this guy's real easy because he doesn't have any other animations except standing and talking, obviously, and smoking. So I'm just going to do his animation. So first of all, I need to find my palette. So let me get the pencil tool and set the eraser back to block. Get all my tools ready. So let's go and find a nice palette for him by just stealing it off of someone else. I think his pants will probably be gray, and his shoes will be black, so that's easy enough. So let me find a character with gray pants and black shoes, which I'm pretty sure I already know. Let's go with Bronson. I'm fairly certain Bronson has that. Yep, there we go. Bronson's wearing a full suit though, so he's only gonna have... This guy's not gonna have the full thing, but he is gonna have the shoes at least, and the pants, the same color as Bronson. So let's go ahead and zoom in here, and this is fine because I only have to do one frame for each of these because he is just standing still, so no worries about I'm gonna edit the pants here a little bit, but no worries about having to draw multiple frames because he's just standing there, so easy peasy. And now I did look up what 19th century, because this guy's a laborer. That is his profession. He is a worker. So I did look up what 19th century laborers tended to dress like, and they pretty much just wore pants and either long sleeve shirts or jackets and hats. So I'm going to give this guy a bowler hat, even though I do not own a bowler hat. I own many hats, but I do not own a bowler hat. So I'm going to have to go on Google image search and find a guy with wearing a bowler hat facing the right direction to paste over my source sprite and have that be what I use as the base, because I don't have a bowler hat. And I don't feel confident enough in drawing one from scratch. So, did you ever put your cats in a game? Yeah, I've put my cats in a game, in games before, both visually and audio. One of my cats, I recorded her meowing for a cutscene in the last Ben Jordan game, and I'm pretty sure that I used. Maybe I didn't. No, I don't think. Actually, I haven't. Maybe I haven't visually put my cats in yet. Yet. There's always room for putting cats in your game. So this guy's unique thing is that he's got his hand in his pocket, so I wanted to make him a little bit more dynamic than just kind of standing there, you know? Standing there waiting for the player to show up. That's never fun. Or you incorporate them into the animation. No, I'm not going to incorporate the cat head into the animation. Just Google waiting for Godot for bowler hats. Okay, fair enough. That will be what I Google. Maybe I'll even get Patrick Stewart. You can't really have hand in my pocket as your thing if you live in the city. Why is that? Too many other people also with their hands in their pockets. One of the great advantages of the Wild West. I see. Yes, well, this is the big city. This is the big city section of Rosewater, so you'll feel the contrast. All those people that were out in the towns with no hands in pocket, with their hands in their pockets, and it was fine. Well, now we're in the big old city, and it's a different vibe here. Let's give this guy a little one of these, whatever they're called, just to make the pants separation more interesting. Yeah, the scene in question, actually, I'll open up the scene where this guy's going to be standing is a background. Where is it? EP. Square Park. There we go. Yeah. So he's going to be standing back here against this lamppost here. So essentially he's going to be standing like right there. So he's going to be small, but I'm drawing him full size because I don't want to do that weird, or have that weird disparity where the characters are scaled, but the other characters are drawn at correct size. So there's a weird difference between them. Anyway. Are those your house sandals, or do you wear them out too? No, those are my house sandals. I rarely wear them out. Unless it's like the summer. In which case sometimes I wear them out. And it's not Return to Lamplight City. It would be a very long journey indeed if they went back to Lamplight City. You know what? Pants don't naturally crease like that, so I'm just gonna leave that like that. Gonna imagine the creases. I forgot to color in the pocket. There. And here comes the heater. Those of you who are in the Crimson Diamond stream, or specifically Dan Policar's stream last night, will recall we talked about heaters in New York, and that's my heater. So there you go. Alright, so let's do this guy's hand as well. He'll have heater stream indeed. So, what color should I do his jacket? Well, and also he needs to be wearing a. He's wearing a shirt and a belt also. So let's give him a belt. Just to be, so he's a laborer. Which means he needs a belt buckle. So. Watching music come together on streams is magic. Yes, I agree. The curse of Lamplight City. Lamplight City 2 led Buck's Revenge? I don't know. Let's see, I need white. I think his shirt should be white. Or maybe off-white. Let's give him, actually, I don't know if that's the same color I used for Harley's. Yeah, let's give him a shirt like Jake's. Give him a nice tan colored shirt. That's appropriate for a worker, I think. Okay. Oops. Don't know what happened there. Okay. So let's examine here. He moves ever so slightly, but not enough for me to care. It's mostly the arm that moves. Dan is a magician for sure. I think he is, yes. Hang on a second. Yes, we get. Very good. Right. Okay, so I want to be as... He does step back a little bit between frame 1 and frame 5, but I don't want to be... This is so subtle, this is like sub-pixel animation practically, so I'm not too concerned about keeping this the same. Actually, let's give this guy a green jacket. Let's give him the. Let's give this guy a jacket the color of Jake's vest. We got our 3 ramps here already, so. Okay, now then. This is gonna be interesting. Fent Friday? Did I forget to change the thing again? I'm pretty sure I changed the heading to Wild West Wednesday. But hello, A Horse Who Can Drive, and hello, Electric Dragon UK. You're just doing me. Okay, that's fair. Alright, there we go. Give this guy some, Actually, I don't really like how that looks. It's too right angular. Needs to be more like that. There we go. It's better. Okay, and also because this is usually how I do these things, I'm going to give him his collar. It's going to be that color. Collar's going to be that color. Collar. Hope you found that. I did, yeah. Thank you, A Horse Who Can Drive. Yeah, it's booked and it's gonna happen. So it's a duo, but it's still gonna happen. So that's exciting. Appreciate the recommendation very much. It's that slightly weird time of year when U.S. clocks have changed, but ours don't for another 3 weeks. Yes, that's right. We did have our daylight savings spring forward this past weekend, and yeah, that's always fun to get used to. Cause I always complain when we set our clocks back that it gets dark at 5 o'clock at 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. But then when we have the time go forward, it's like, oh, okay, it doesn't get dark until late, but then you look at the clock and you're like, oh my god, it's 9 o'clock already? I thought it was earlier. So, milestone achieved. You watched 3 consecutive streams this month and sparked a watch streak. You're here for the Francisco content. Well, here it is. I'm glad you're here, because here it is. Okay, so, does this change any? Kind of, but not really. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save it as a separate layer anyway. So let's go ahead and select all and copy. And I'm going to paste this layer in every single one of the frames. It sounds like music that should be in Uncharted 2 or something. Alright, so I'm going to save this as Park Guy. Oh, and as soon as I said that, it stopped playing. Where was I? Animations. NPCs. Park Guy. What does chooming mean? Is that some thing I'm not hip with the slang. Alright, so for a few frames, this thing goes up. Oh, I see. He's not smoking weed, no. This is 1850. They're not smoking weed. It's just tobacco. Sorry. Sorry to get your hopes up. Alright, let's do a new layer. Alright, so this is going to be dark, this is going to be light, and this is going to be middle. Nothing in between. So we're going to see how this... Whoops! That was not what I wanted to get rid of. What I do want to get rid of is all of these to see if I have to do any sort of fancy thingy here, because the jacket might go in a little bit and I want to make sure that it does. No, not really. I'm fine keeping it like that. It's so subtle, it's not, you're not even gonna notice, so screw it. That's what I say. So, yeah, this actually I'm gonna do it backwards here because this does actually move slightly, so I'm gonna move. Needs to be a new layer above that. Good old Crackpipe City. They didn't invent weed in 1973. They didn't. You're right. No, weed's been around for a long time. Alright, this layer is going to also be here. course we'd existed before 1973. The creation of Scooby-Doo dates tweeted to at least 69. True. Nice. Zoinks. One more, and then this will be the last thing before. Now this is going to be this. Okay, so how does that look? Oh, that's fine. Nice little sub-pixel rotoscopy thingy. Those are the technical terms for it, of course. The question is, will this match up after There might be some... Well, there's definitely going to be some pixels I have to clean up here, but... Oh yeah, look at that. That moved over quite a lot. So, it's going to have to... Well, I'll fix that later. Around the time when Lewis Carroll discovered LSD. Yes, good. Alright, let's see here. So, this is obviously, I'm going to put this here. And this also. And this one. And maybe this one. And this is where we start getting a little funky. Maybe I should put this behind. Yeah, that's better. That works a lot better, actually. And then I don't have to worry about erasing everything. Excuse me. Demon Dragon has redeemed hydrate and posture check, so I will drink the very little amount of water I have left in here. I have to refill. And I will also sit up straight. Okay, so that gets squashed down. This goes behind this. Better. I've never heard the ganja gaucho before. That's pretty funny. I've certainly heard cocaine cowboys, but not cannabis cowboys. Yeehaw. What about crack cowboys? I have not heard about crack cowboys, although that sounds like it could be either for drugs or for gay sex. Either way. Some people call me the crack cowboy. Hey, some call me the something else. Yeah, both could. Both. Why not both? Why not both? Okay. This should hopefully look okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's close enough. I bet you're not even going to see it when it animates. That's just how it goes. Okay. So now that I've got all that together, and I can squash these two down, which I should have done before, let us save. Save. And now I am going to go look for a guy in a bowler hat so I can do the head, and worry about that later. Man wearing bowler hat. I forgot the G. And I spelled it B-O-L-W-E-E-R. That is bad. Why has my typing gotten so bad lately? I wish I knew. Okay. That works, but that guy's not what I'm looking for. I want this guy. This guy works. Let's do that. Maybe. Dress him up a little bit, but he looks pretty like what I'm looking for. Oh, this guy works. Serious, intense, bearded man wearing a bowler hat. Let's give him a beard. Why not? It's the West Coast. People have beards, right? Let us open a new image. Brokeback Mountain jokes were all the rage for a couple of years after that film came out, but thankfully that's calmed down a bit now. Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, it's a good thing, yes, that it's calmed down. Alright, this is way too big. So let's... Imagine smoking weed in a town saying partner to people. Doing the John Wayne of weed, right? Let's see. 150 by 111. That should work. Maybe. That works. Okay. Let's take our friend, our bearded friend here, and cut his head off and paste it over me. Because we don't need to see my head. We need to see this guy's head. He's still too big. Now we adjust for size here. Make sure he's level with the right size. Maybe a little bigger there. Yeah. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. There. That will work. That'll work. That'll work. So let's put this over here so that I can then new layer. Also, I want to make sure that his mouth lines up too, because I think it should. Yeah. Amish smoker. For a second, I dumbly thought, how'd they get a sharp color photo of this Victorian gentleman? Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. Magic. Must be time travel or something. That's pretty funny. Okay, so I'm not going to give him a red beard. I'm going to give him probably a brown beard. So let me go ahead and do his face up first. Let's do his ear. But it definitely will have a beard. Actually, right, so he's gonna have the lightest underneath his lips. Or his lip is actually the lightest there. There we go. And then we can do a little thingy underneath. I'll give him brown, same color as Jake here. We're outsourcing a lot of Jake's features for this guy here. Don't think I've had a guy with like a huge beard like this in the game yet, so that's fun. It's always nice to have at least one character with like a giant beard in your game, at least in my games. Lamplight City, it was Jonas Solomon, and now I guess it'll be this guy here in Rosewater. There's actually another guy I was gonna draw today that was gonna have a big bushy beard, as it were, but he got put on hold because I still have to figure out other animations for him, and I don't like to do... I like to get all of the character animations at the... like, have an idea of all the character animations at once, so... What's all this then? Hello, Neck Tringale. Could use it as a spare storage slot, the big bushy beard. Excuse me. Alright, let me, yeah, I think I want to just sort of get the general shading here, because I only want to do 2 colors in this beard. So, go do that, and then edge up here. There we go. Hello, KC Adventure. I hope the Theropods team figures out their Unreal stuff. I always want to ask about it, but I know they don't want to talk about it. Is that right? I always forget that they're not using AGS anymore. Maybe I'm in denial. Just very sad. Alright. You know what? Let's give him a little beard. Little highlight over here. And make it look a little better. There we go. That's better. Give him his ear. His little ear highlights. Bam bam. There we go. Alright. Imagine all the bloom you could have in a big boy engine. Why would I want bloom though? Do I look like I'm a person who likes games with bloom? Alright, this is going to be interesting. This nose, because I can already tell it's an interesting shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it even more interesting by doing it like this. And then just doing the old outline. And the rest of it's going to be very, very bright. There we go. So now we've got a nose. You gotta have bloom when you do a long, slow pan of a horizon. Is that right? Lovingly ray-traced pixel art. Yeah. Switch to Unreal Engine 5 for portability, especially to consoles, and hired on a programmer who convinced them that, sure, all the adventure game stuff will be quick to code into Unreal for you, no sweat, and that was the last bit of info I'm privy to. Interesting. Okay. I've been playing A Space for the Unbound, which is a really good adventure game, but it's from that RPG tradition of writing where you talk to a fisherman and they say, I like fishing, isn't fishing great, or something. Do people like this style of dialogue? I've always been very skeptical about it and haven't heard good news since. Oh dear. Hello, Slacks. Yeah, there's way too much, like, weird people coming in and taking advantage of other people in indie adventure game dev lately, and I'm not a fan of it. And quite frankly, it's getting to be a little too much, I think. But that's all I'll say on the matter for now. Okay, let's give this guy his eyebrows. And his eyes, actually. His eyes will be interesting because he's one of these... He's got some interesting looking eyes. His eyes will be interesting because he's got some interesting looking eyes. That's me, everybody. The pinnacle of correct speaking and interesting things to say. Alright, here we go. Give him also some blue eyes. This guy could be Jake's cousin. The way he's panning out. So let's give him... It's actually very easy to figure out the coloring and the shading of his eye here. Give him a highlight underneath, because that's how we do. And actually give him a little bit more of a... There. No, you know what? I like that over the eye there. I don't even think so much that it's an advantage of thing, it's just that estimating developer time is not easy. That's very true. There are excellent games like To the Moon from the same tradition, but I always think they're good in spite of that weird unnatural dialogue. It doesn't pull me out of the game, but I don't think it adds anything either. I don't know why games still do it. Surely AGS has its eccentricities. Is porting to consoles that big of a lift, though? No, I mean, it's certainly not as easy as other engines, but it can be done. So it's not like, oh my god, AGS, it's impossible to import or port to consoles. So that's not really a deal breaker as much as maybe it might have been however long ago. Okay. Let's give him eyebrows. He kind of has like no, not a fan. Not a fan. Let's do this and give him back his. There we go. And of course, ease up that by that. Okay, and now easiest part. Just take this. Control V. Boom. There's his second eye. Except we transform horizontal. Transform horizontal, cut out the extra bits, and of course flip this so that he doesn't look like he's cross-eyed. Put it there, and put the white of his eye there. There we go. I shouldn't have cut off that much. There we go. Amish paradise. Why is it just because of the suspenders? Is that why you think he looks Amish? In the source photo, anyway. Alright, so now that the source photo is gone, we've got this here. You can fill that in there. I'm gonna have to give him some highlights. The beard, as well as his Christian-loving eyes and lack of electricity. I see. He looks like a hipster with a bowler hat. He does look like a hipster with a bowler hat. That's probably what he is. That's who he is in life. But for my purposes, we're making him into a laborer of the 19th century. Okay. Now. Oh, something happened. Someone followed, maybe? I don't know. Make him ride a motorcycle. Okay. Why are the follow noises so scary? I'm sorry. They're not supposed to be scary. They're supposed to be exciting and thrilling and make you think, oh boy. I think there's crickets in the music. I always get confused by them too when I hear them out of the corner of my ear on the thing. You know what, let's just keep this bowler hat whole top like this, because he's getting lit from above anyway, so... Just leave it like that. And we'll give him a red band. Red band trailer. Swearing aloud. There. And now we get rid of this. And we have ourselves what appears to be a bowler hat wearing man who happens to have a big bushy beard as he stands around the street corners of El Presidio. I don't like how his eyebrows go down like that though, so I'm going to get rid of these and replace them with this. There we go. Now he looks a little friendlier. Actually, maybe if we make his eyebrows go like that, he looks a little friendlier. I don't know. There's a big Mormon temple in Chorley, Lancashire, which is about 20 miles away from me. Interesting. I think those crickets are in your AC. They might be. People's eyebrow, yeah. I guess I'll leave his eyebrow like that, but lighter. So, that's how he looks right now. But yeah, from far away, I'm not a big fan of how the eyebrow sticks out. But he also needs to... What if I do this? What if I give him... There. Now he really looks mad. But at least from far away he looks... He's got resting bitch face is his problem. What if I give him a thicker eyebrow here? That now he looks even madder. Nope, that's not helping. With stuff like this, it's like you have to be pixel perfect or else it's gonna look strange. Nope, that's not right. This should be like that, like we have here. There we go. Time to crack out them anti-aliasing skills for the eyebrows. Make some parts of the eyebrows lighter. Yeah, that's what I've done. See, I've got like a very light gray here, but it needs to be even lighter than this, I think. Let's see if we... What if we do this? Right, let's do this, and let's do the light gray here. I don't want him to look mad, though. But I do want him to, like, you know, not... I want the eyebrows to... He looks... See, if I do that, he looks friendly. He looks like Santa Claus. But I don't want him to look friendly. I want him to look like, you know... Well, I guess I do want him to look friendly. I don't want him to look angry, is what I'm saying. But if I put the dark thing here, it makes him look angry. Because of the... But if I also get rid of this up here, he's still gonna look angry because that's just how... Especially here, on this eye, he looks more angry. But, let's see how he looks from zoomed out. He looks okay there. And also, he's going to be scaled down, so his eyebrows aren't even, like, that important, really. So, if I do this, if I did, like, a... Here's his... Let's do a nice thing around his eyes sort of thing, then that's even more... Yeah, I'll leave it like that, I guess. Let's see how that shakes out. Yeah, that's fine. That looks more serious without being angry. I can deal with that. Yeah, okay. So his bowler hat, I think, I guess, should probably have the outline, because otherwise it just looks weird. Do it up like this. There, that's better. Okay, so all that aside, let's save. And get rid of his head, because we don't need it right now. So, boom, back to being headless you are, sir. All things considered, it came out, it's in the right spot. Now, this is going to be weird because he's smoking. So, I'm going to have two different... well, no, it's not weird, because he'll have his talk view will just be when he's like this. And then his smoking view will include his actual head. So, I don't have to worry about it being... like overlapping where the baseline is and all that stuff. So no worries there. Okay, we'll keep his head for now. And then I'll have a separate thing for when he's just standing. Okay, so there. Bonus points if he jams a cigarette into his teeth mid-sentence and then finishes the sentence through clenched teeth. Well, the problem is we've already recorded... Ooh, what happened there? The problem is the voice has already been recorded, so he's not going to speak with the cigarette in his mouth because the voice actor did not record with any sort of cigarette in their mouth. And if you have a character smoking, you have to have them put something in their mouth to replicate that. Otherwise, it's not going to work. All right. Oh no! Guess what, everybody? I painted on the wrong layer. What a surprise. Should swallow a new cigar each time he wants to talk to you. Yeah, sure. Put a pencil in your mouth. It definitely affects how you speak. Because if it's just like, I'm talking to you and I'm smoking a cigarette, that doesn't sound the same as if you're like, I'm talking to you and I'm smoking a cigar. It definitely affects your speech pattern if you have something in your mouth. Demon Dragon has redeemed Hydrate. I need more water. That's what I knew someone was going to say that. Thank you, Rocky Johan. Thank you for meeting my expectations. Oh dear. Excuse me. Oh, I guess that notification was, yeah, never mind. Oh. Something's on sale. How nice. Oops. Oops. Ah. There's a connection missing somewhere, and that is here. Oops. Okay, now we're getting close to having to do this on a separate layer. Also, I didn't squish this down. How stupid of me. So just to be safe, I'm going to do this on a new layer. Just like my joke that was wrong on so many layers. Yes, just like an onion. Thank you, I'm here all week. Yes, good. So anybody got any plans for St. Patrick's Day? I just realized this guy's wearing green. Might do corned beef and cabbage. Ooh. I have not had corned beef and cabbage, but that doesn't sound like something I would enjoy. I don't like cabbage, and I don't know if I like corned beef, so. Okay. I think this guy's head is a little too far away, or his lips are a little too far away, but that's fine. Went from Amish to leprechaun. I suppose it's all in the way you look at it. Okay, so let's go ahead and now then do the hand. See, the advantage of having a game that's higher resolution than 320 by 200 or even 640 by 400, a game that's in HD, is that you can actually get enough detail on the fingers to communicate what you want to get across. So he has his hands, he has a cigarette in his hands, which I will add in post, but yeah. You can actually make out the details of the fingers, which is nice. So I was thinking about St. Patrick's Day and immediately makes a leprechaun character. French-Irish wife almost broken up about forgetting to cook corned beef. Oh, wow. That's serious. Alright, I'm going to put the cigarette in. I need this cigarette to be a certain color. Also, it needs to be just a few pixels. I should have used a stick or something. He's not going to hold it that far in. If anything. There, that'll do. Gotta make it... Gotta make it thin enough so it doesn't look like a joint. And I know we already had this conversation, but he's not smoking a joint. Alright, let's do it a little darker on the edges here. Okay, that'll do, I think. Yeah. And then I'll add a nice little particle effect smoke thing coming out of his cigarette when he's just standing there. So. A woman does not fuck around with you nowadays. I'm not planning on drinking. Neither am I. Grunislav Games is... Oh, as a non-drinking hermit, I'll most likely be working on game as usual. That's this Friday, actually. So, yeah, I will be doing the same thing. Grunislav Games' next adventure is called The Lost City of Malathedra. The game follows the journey of an archaeologist named Dr. Amelia Wright, who travels to a remote jungle in search of the ancient lost city of Malathedra, or Malathedra. Along the way, she must solve puzzles, overcome obstacles, and uncover the secrets of the jungle to uncover the long-forgotten city. That's a lot of uncovering. The game features beautiful hand-drawn graphics and a captivating storyline full of mystery and adventure. I asked ChatGPT what Grundy would do after Rosewater. That is definitely not what I'm doing after Rosewater. Alright, here we go. So here's our guy. Oh, wait. He needs better connection with his hands there. There. Okay. Okay, save. Bam. So this is fine because now we've got his head, we've got his body, and we've got his... Oh, excuse me. Wow. We've got his idle view, and we've got his standing view, and we've got his save. Let's save him first. So let's go over here to my actual file, or my folder for the game, Western game, which I never called it anything else. Characters, El Presidio, Park Guy. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. I drew the fruit vendor. But I never... I gave him body language. What? Why is the fruit vendor not in the game? Is he in the game? Oh man, I gotta revisit this. Hold on, sorry. I just realized I did a character and I never didn't... Yeah, okay, sorry. Stand. Standing. I'll just save that as standing. Okay. So let me do his body is just there. Hold on. Desktop. Western game. Characters. Park laborer. El Presidio. Park guy. Well, he needs to be park laborer, not park guy. Park laborer. Okay, so. So we'll save body and head. Okay. And his head, which is just save as talk 1. Let's go with... I don't think he's going to be big enough to have facial expressions, but let's go with just... Let's try it. Normal, and then... Yes, talk 1. Right. Demon Dragon, you keep redeeming hydrate, and I'm out of water, so unfortunately I can't hydrate right now. You yawned so hard the camera lost focus. Oh dear. Ridiculous. We all know Francisco's next project is a bunch of characters whose rotoscoping view fails and who have to go on a quest to figure out why they all look like some guy from New York. He'll cut out the middleman and do an FMV game next. Never. Apparently, The Lost City of Malathedra already exists. 2015 release. It's not a game I've ever heard of. I thought it sounded familiar. GPT casually suggesting copyright infringement is like 0% surprising. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so now I have to copy and paste the head into all of these other views. And I also have to fix the lines underneath here. But now I'm curious about this vendor guy, because I don't remember. I remember animating him, but I don't remember if I finished, and I also don't remember if I put him in the game, because he should be in there. Because he's voiced by Cam Clark. So he damn well better be in that game. In the game. Okay, this is where this bit gets tricky. I wonder where Malathedra came from, and there it was. Oh. Okay. Sorry, Cam, you got cut. No, he's definitely in there. It's just I didn't know if I forgot I had done. I'm glad I did, because there's a lot of characters that like I said, there's a lot of characters that need to get done. I'm glad I already went ahead and did that. Anyway, he voices like 5 characters in the game, so he's not gonna get cut. He's in the game one way or another. Okay, that's gonna have to be a little bit more over there that way, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. So now I get to do the fun thing of every frame fixing what I screwed up by not including it here. Let's do that just one by one. Also, I can squish these together because, well, not yet, not yet. Eventually, but not yet. Oh, what happened there? I guess at one point it just disappears. Okay. Whatever. 5 characters, all vendors. Legendary camlines like those apples will be $2.73, and here's your change. Have a nice day. Yes, that's that's not too far off, actually. That is not far off at all. He did like an English Cockney accent too. So he's like, "Hello, my fruits vendor. The fruit's coming today." So there's that. There. Instant disappearance. That works. Okay. Now, back to this. Can I just do this going forward? I hope so. Yes, I can. I think. Yes. Yes, and then I just need to do this. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, 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 ah. Oh, 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 oh. Ooba dooba solo. Sorry, when I get excited, I laugh like Jabba the Hutt. It just happens. Someone call his... Oh, dialect coaching Dick Van Dyke. Isn't Dick Van Dyke like 97 years old? I don't think he's acting anymore. Someone dropped a bomb on this track. Okay, good. Let us save here. Park guy. And of course his hand still needs to be animated for the rest of this thing. But I'm not going to do that right now. Instead, I'm going to open up AGS and I'm going to look and see what the deal is with the fruit vendor guy, because I want to see if he's actually in the game and if I've actually gotten around to coding that. And in the meantime, I'll put in the park guy. Maybe the track was the bomb the whole time. Maybe it was. Insert disk 2 to continue. Alright, let's have a look-see. Views, first and foremost. Actually, I guess I should go to sprites first, because that's where I'll definitely know if he's been imported. Also, I should check to see that I did all of his animations, too. Alright, sprites, characters, El Presidio, fruit vendor. There he is. Body, point, arms out, head. He actually talks too. Wow, he's in the game. He's actually in the game. Hold on, I have to look at this. This is really exciting. I didn't think this guy was in the game yet. Go past me. Look, there he is. Hold on a second. What about walk behinds? Okay, so you walk behinds, but what about when you actually talk to him? Let's try talking to him. This is fun. This is truly exciting. Yeah, past Grundy was on point. Good job, past me. Alright, now the moment of truth lies in seeing if I actually got around to coding in his body language. And also this is going to take 17 years. Alright. I should turn the music down because it's gonna clash with... It's going to clash with the lo-fi, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Stand body language incoming. No, it's not quite that blatant. But he does put his arms out. It's just not like stand style. I need to fix this map. That map is one of the backgrounds that I still have to do, incidentally. As though that wasn't obvious. It's funny because when I was testing this yesterday, I didn't come to this screen. I only made it as far as that first wharf screen. Okay, well there he is. Let's have a chat to him. Make your way over there slowly, eventually. Good evening, sir. Evening. Well, he speaks. Get your fruit here. Coconuts for 5. Tell me what you're looking for. Oh, look, he does point. Watch your step round here. Well, he points. He points. I can tell you that. He points once. So I obviously haven't coded in his other body language. And does he have any other body language? Let's find out. Let's go to my animations folder. Animations, NPCs. He should be vendor, yeah? Vendor arms out, vendor point, vendor reach. Aha! He has more body language, but I haven't finished doing it yet. There you go. Vendor reach and vendor shrug. So those are things I still have to do. That's nice to know that those are... Oh, look at this character still has throw. Alright, well, there you go. Mystery solved. Now let's before I wrap up, let me go ahead and import this park guy. And let's put him in so we know what he looks like. So, park laborer. Whoa, thank you, Spikopath? Thank you for the follow. He points, but does he click? He does not, unfortunately. Body and hit. But for now, let's just import his one standing frame so that I can see how he looks. Yep. Desktop, Western game, characters, El Presidio. Where is it? Oh, E. Alright, of course. It's in alphabetical order. You'd think that I would get that by now. He does click, but only because he's... Wow. That's very specific. Okay, let's see here. Views, El Presidio, Park Laborer, P Labor Stand. Here we go. We change him from Denby from Shardlight into our actual character, which is Park Laborer Standing. There we go. Alright, now for the room that he's actually in, let's go to this room here. Oh, why is he hiding behind? Oh, I see, because of the objects thing. Okay, well, no worries. Alright, walkable areas. Okay, walkable areas, so we're going to have to change this because he was originally standing here, but I'm not going to have him standing here anymore. Instead, he's going to be standing over here. Minimum scaling level is 70, so let's have Harley walk over here. I'm going to have to do a little switcheroo type thing here. And he's going to be standing here, which is going to be walkable area 3 now, which will be whatever this ends up being here. Alright, so let's save this for now. I saw this great title for something the other day. It was called The Point of Clicking. It might have been a blog. That is a good title. Excuse me. It is going to take a while to save, as it usually does. Excuse me. Well, there's a better use of this background, I think. There's a little too much non-space happening here, which is mostly this road, but it's fine. There's going to be people walking around in the background and horse carriages and things like that eventually, so that'll be fine. It's a lively enough scene. This used to be the intro scene for this act, actually, this background, but then I drew an entirely new one. Because it didn't make much sense. Excuse me. Ooh. Okay, so now I'm going to test one more time, very quickly. And it's back. Yeah, this weird thing where OBS, for some reason, whenever I run a program like AGS or something, it mutes the mic, and then if I run it 3 times, it brings it back. And I have no idea why it does it, but that's just a weird thing that it does. So I didn't bother manually resetting it because I knew this was going to happen, and I knew I was going to have to test it several times, so no point. Anyway, let's go back to here and see if the scaling is right for our friend here. So I wish this game didn't slow down so much when I ran it while streaming. Oh look, there he is. He could be a few pixels lower, for sure. And a few pixels more to the right, so he actually looks like he's, or to the left, sorry, so it looks like he's leaning on something, but he's hanging out there. Also, the thing needs to change. Okay. So yeah, he can be there, and Harley can be here, and she can talk to him there. But yeah, he needs to go down at least 1, 2. I'd say probably about 5 pixels down, and about maybe a few more to the left. And then, yeah, okay. So let's say 490, 502. And we'll say 765. Try that again. Big Danny, little Danny. Yes. Danny is just the placeholder for all talking heads. Okay, he's in. So, good. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to call it a stream, and I'm going to have lunch and then finish this up and then go back to coding this all because it needs to get coded. So thank you all for joining me. I will see you next week for Wild West Wednesday, at which point I will hopefully have a fully playable alpha, and I can concentrate exclusively on getting all of the remaining characters done. So join me next week for more character art. So see you next time. Bye!